Right, here back to the model. Oh, let me check, do I have
This series,
yeah, I got the tutorial for the hands.
in this series we'll go
Let me take it out to the other screen. Right, so I can review that. Yeah, I just a big middle finger on a good day. Okay. So let me check it. 4 face quad. Okay. I guess I'll be just hiding all the remaining mesh parts, hoping that I don't touch or remove anything. Something is yes, no, wait, give me a sec. My keyboard is not keyboarding now. Why is that? Let me. What is? Why is my keyboard not working? A $1 million question. Doesn't make much sense at all. They like break something? What's this? Bluetooth off. What? Cable. Understand what the keyboard is. It's turned on, I can see the lights, but it's not working. I won't be able to work. Accessibility require desktop display sound application. Why is this happening? Check the other keyboard. Okay, so this one doesn't have any problems. This one is off, turned on, and it's not working. Why? Okay, I'll try to use the second one, but I got used to using the standard layout instead of see. Okay, so I can see this one's working, so I don't know what happened, but what I want to, okay. That's what must have happened to the head last time. Alt H. Nothing broke. Hopefully nothing broke. Okay. Okay. I got a single triangle on the inside of my hand, which might be okay. I don't know. Not yet. I'm not yet sure, but I can probably do something like this. Then I can dissolve this edge. No, it's 5 now. Ah, I kinda. This. Faces. Faces. Can take not this. Not that. F. is. Again, I'm moving things around. How far can I go back? Guess that was the original. Okay, I will leave it for now. I'll see how it goes with the tutorial. Just make
So we just add the racetrack, and now it looks like use this to make increase a little bit.
I got totally different geometry, so
okay, that goes there, and that goes there. Okay, so we've got that all closed up.
Let's see what's next here. So here you can see these faces. We needed just a bit more geometry. It's a little bit, this is a little bit skewed here. So we added these faces to give us more material to shape the back of the hand with. So we can do that next. And then we can also start to shape the fingertip and then cut the whole finger off so we can add these details. So let's start doing that. So put our hand here and zoom in. And you can see this back of the thumb looks totally different because we didn't take any time to shape this. So let's take a second to shape this. Just a touch. And let's see here. Go to this view and proportional editing and move this out to match just a bit. Okay. And let's see here. Let's check the front view. The thumb's way too flat. You can see the thumb comes out from the hand, so let's do that also. So we'll grab these guys. Put in the 3D cursor. So now, let's rotate around the 3D cursor. So now it kind of, you can pull it down and you can rotate it. Let me pull that down a bit. Right, I want to leave that here. So let's do something like that. Yep, and you can see now we're getting the same condition here. Where this is, it's not as bad here. But I'm going to do it anyway, because I think we could use that geometry. There, cut this. Got 2 triangles. And scale it in a bit. So now we got more material to shape the back of the hand. Yeah, next. Let's shape fingertip a bit here. X-ray. And this in a touch. Now let's cut the finger off. X-ray here, mesh separate by selection. Go back to object and edit. So from here we want to, step 1 is to add the loops so we can bend the finger. And then inset the fingernail area So we have a loop running around the fingernail. So let's go and do that. So before we start, let's square this up. We're going to use this finger for all 4 fingers, and it'll be easier if this was all parallel. So let's do that. Scale Z 0, rotate that and scale out of it. And scale Z 0, rotate a bit. Let's grab this, scale Z 0, rotate a bit, scale it out. And these down here are getting kind of shapy like, so let's do this. Scale Z 0, and Shift R. Thank you to, I'm going to mangle your name, Optiop, one of the commenters, gave this great tip. If you hit Shift R, you can redo the last command. This is a real time saver. So thank you for that. Apologize for mangling your name. Okay, so this is all squared up and nice. Now let's go and, what was it? That's right, want to add some loops so our finger can blend. So Control B, pull this out, scroll the mouse wheel, and looks pretty good. For here, we will just add some loops with Control R and Control R. Oh, and let's use our new hotkey here. Shift R. Oh, yeah, hold on. Okay, maybe it doesn't work all the time. Control R works just as good. Is that better, or is it better? Oh, I think it's better down here. Okay, let's move these forward just a bit. To X. Okay, let's see how this looks next to our template. Since we move things around a bit, and it's a little bit different, probably doesn't matter too much. Let's just shape it just a touch. Let's move this fingertip in some.
Previously he was using the middle finger,
Okay,
and
that's
now
good. Pull that back down. So now our finger's nice and square, and I think we also need to inset this thing. So the tops, the back end of fingernails are kind of rounded. So if we inset this, it'll make a weird shape, which is not very fingernail-like. So let's do this. We'll grab these and pull them forward. And I think we'll also, no, we'll do this later. Yeah, no, we'll do it now. Pull this forward a bit or down a bit. Okay. And now I think if we inset this, it'll feel a little bit more fingernail-like. Let's grab that, Alt-S to push it in. And then let's pull this one in too. Okay. So let's see what's next.
Seriously. 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 I shouldn't probably discuss with the trainer or the tutorial. Creator, I should follow it, but it feels odd. Totally odd.
Okay. And now I think if we inset this, it'll feel a little bit more fingernail-like. Let's grab that, Alt-S to push it in. And then let's pull this one in too. Okay.
What? Alt S? Seriously? Oh my gosh, it's so weird.
So let's see what's next. So next up we've got, let's see here, let's get our
What?
colors on. Okay, so we are, yeah, no, we'll do now. Pull this forward a bit or down a bit. Okay, and now I think if we inset this, it'll feel a little bit more fingernail-like. Let's grab that Alt S to push it in. And then let's pull this one in too. Okay, so let's.
This and this inset. Alt S. Now get this Alt S, I guess. Nope. This. Yeah. Okay. This one is totally different. Okay, I believe I made it. the view on the finger look good. I don't see my... It's totally... Ho ho ho. Damn, perfect finger. Perfect middle finger. Ta-da! I spent too much time on those details, and they are not probably that useful. Pow, pow. Hey, yeah. perfect middle finger. Okay. Okay, we have a alarm. Who knows, maybe another rocket from Ukraine came to Poland. It's interesting. Wonder what will happen now. Okay, looks good enough, and this one also looks good enough. I probably had to make some cuts for the thumbnail. Feel like this should be okay. This thing over here. Doesn't look like much of a square. Okay, looks better now, in my humble opinion. Okay.
See what's next. So next up we've got, let's see here, let's put our colors on. Okay, so we are scaling in this, we're adding a loop cut here, and then we are scaling in the fingernail so we can get some flesh on either side of the fingernail. And then after we do that, we are, looks like we add one more loop cut and then scale in some more and pop in the flesh below the fingernail. So let's go and do all that. Okay, so back to our finger, and it was add a loop. Let's scale it a bit. Let's hide this. Go back to our finger, L, let's pull this back up. And so we can move to the side. So I think we want to scale this in so it rounds better. Scale Y. Not that much. Scale Y, so let's scale Y. So I'll have the nail on top coming a bit, and then back here it'll come back in more. Because I think the fleshy part is more rounded, and the nail is a little bit sharp. So we've got that, and the nail's curved down a bit. So we'll
I guess I'll just watch the full finger tutorial till the end, do it in one go instead of...
And we scale it in. Scale Y. And scale this in. Scale the whole thing in. And move it down a little tiny bit. And we'll push in the fingernail, the skin below the fingernail. Get this down here. Something weird going down here. Faces. Okay, that looks better.
For my use case, I won't have to probably.
So kind of roughly indicate a fingernail. Let's see how it looks with our subdue turned on. So this definitely won't hold up to close inspection, but for a rough, like a low poly model, it'll be fine. So since we're going to be using this finger for all the fingers, let's just take a second to sculpt it. Let's pull these in.
Yeah, if I need, I'll probably work on the details on the finger later. I don't have to be such a perfect guy.
Let's take a second to shape the rest of it, because we're going to use this for all the fingers.
It would take much time, probably. So probably I'll just copy the existing ones for my use case.
Again, it probably wasn't totally necessary, but it gives us a nice clean start for all of our fingers. I think we can pull this down still a bit more. Do we want her fingers more knuckly from the front? Let's see here.
Yeah, what's my subdivision modifier? Check it how it looks like. The thumb is a bit flat. Okay. And for this one, it's also a bit flat, but it looks like a nail. Okay, so it's it's a good question. What should be done with this? Can I like take these, probably these, and these. Which one did I? Yeah, the correct one. This, and this. And can I scale it down, and how this will look on the subdivision modifier? Okay. To be honest, yeah, it looks quite good. In my humble opinion, of course, but let me get this one straight. What is happening? File save incremental. Why can't I grab this? What is happening now? Why can I grab things? Oh, that's the reason. My keyboard keys switched again. Okay, give me the subdivision modifier. Yeah, I believe for my use case it's totally acceptable. This can go, shoot, again, this can go a bit out. Yeah, let me check the subdivision modifier. And it's a very beautiful middle finger for my needs. The thumb, guess this could be picked up a bit. This now, and let me check it. This is good enough, really, for my amount of skill. This is really good enough. Maybe this thing to make it more round. Capture this and pull it down. Something like nope, not this. Grab it. Okay, great. Thumb probably has one of these. Should I like add additional loop cut? I guess this looks good. Yeah, it has this nice view. And the other finger also looks good. Okay, let me save it as is. Let me check if I didn't break anything anywhere else. Alt and H. What happened now? Oh. Nothing destroyed anywhere else? I think not. Okay, that's good. That's good, that's good. Okay, let me hide it. Give me 5 minutes, I need to feed the cats. And yeah, I'll be back soon, and probably I'll be copying the fingers to other part of the hand. Yeah, but it's good. It's really getting good. I'm happy with what I've seen. Okay, 5 minutes break for feeding the cats and be right back. Okay. Got what they wanted to. Deleting message, and let me check what's with the.
Maybe a little bit. So let's pull these in. Okay, just a touch. Okay, I think we have a good foundation finger to do the rest of our fingers. Let's Alt H, bring our hand back. Okay, next we will duplicate this finger and scale and position them in place so that it looks natural, and we'll put a thumb in place. So first we will duplicate this and keep this finger around because it might be useful one day. And then let's delete this mirror so it just makes it easier to zoom in. And let's move this over here, up there roughly. Move around our 3D cursor, rotate that slightly, and scale it. So this actually let's duplicate this because we know that our middle finger will line up well. That's when we started off modeling. We'll place that. And then here we'll scale the index finger just a bit smaller than the middle finger. And we can just go and do all these duplicates. Rotate that a bit. Scale this in a bit also. I want to scale this in the... Okay, so it scales funny because we have all these transforms on there. But what we can do is change this to local transforms. And then S and Z, and it should just get shorter. So local transforms it around the selected object's local X, Y, and Z. And global is the world X, Y, and Z. And I need these knuckles to be outside the hand of it so I can see what's going on. So let's just move those out and see where I want these knuckles. So the knuckles kind of take this arc shape. So I think that should be a bit lower. That's good. Then let's line these up in the front. The fingers aren't all straight either. They also follow a slight arc. So if you look from the very bottom, these should be somewhat shaped like that. And the fingers kind of rotate. So let's pick this guy and rotate it and Z a bit. And rotate the Z a bit. And same thing for this guy. Let's do this. So if you hit RZ, it rotates along the... I have local selected here, so it rotates along.
Hi Josh, too. Yeah, it's 5th week. It's actually ending, so over a month. But yeah, I'm no expert. I just started from zero. I started tutorial. Started learning Blender, the basic commands. And yeah, started streaming my process, so I don't know, like around week 2 or week 3 there are recordings on YouTube. So I'm still on, as you can see, creating the mesh part, so probably like 2 more months to go to learn stuff and practically finish it. So something like this, I guess.
Z, which might be what you want or might not. If you just hit R, it rotates it based on the view you're looking at. So I think rotating in the view I'm looking at is what I want right now.
Okay. So. How can I? This one. This one. This one. This one. This one. What? This one. This one. Fine. Okay, now mesh. Move rotate scale spheres and bend push or apply the meshing. Move texture space. Duplicate. Did it do anything? Oh, no. Okay. Yeah, but I can probably go to this, like get all my faces. Wait, faces. I want my faces. This one and this one. Yeah, probably. And now I can mesh duplicate. Yeah, seems like it. shift shift and duplicate, shift and duplicate. Yeah. Okay. Is it like, no, the question is this like part of the body, or did it create a new mesh? Because I don't. Oh, it's already looks good enough. Okay. But yeah, okay. So I guess I want to do it one at a time. Because I want to probably scale it down. Oh my gosh. I want to scale it down. This don't have to be it. And I probably want to move it like something like this. Yeah. And not this loop. I would like to have this loop and this loop, and I would like to yeah, scale it more to be wider. Great. Probably do the same with this. Scale to be a bit wider. And the same with this. Nope. Yeah, great. Okay, that's great. Let's see. Did I get everything? It seems like I got everything. Shift and duplicate. Great. Now I can scale it a bit, grab it, scale it a bit more. Grab it like that. Smaller. Pinky probably should be even more smaller. Okay. Well, it doesn't look bad, I guess. And let me again take this one. Nope. Okay, this one. this one. Nope. Nope. Okay. Whole finger. Shift and D duplicated. Okay. Wait, what did I capture? Like one additional face? Yeah. Okay. Alt and Z. Nope. These two faces. Okay, I think I got all. Yeah, this needs to go a bit here. Okay, now we will be connecting those somehow. Problem is he has it as a separate mesh, right? And I have
And then I think I want this. So I'm kind of checking this sketch back here. You can see we are not lined up with that sketch at all, but I can look at it and see what kind of it feels like, and then make it feel like the same way in your CAD. So this here, I'm just hitting R and rotating. So now let's go and add our thumb. As you can see here, we have just one ring here, then we have a thumb up to the first knuckle. So what we'll do here, we will select these faces and the tip X faces, and we'll grab a finger.
I added much more
Shift duplicate.
cuts in
And
my
delete everything up to the first knuckle. Okay, and then we will get this to line up with it, and it's got a little tiny.
like
Okay, so try to rotate this thumb, and it's like, whoa, why is this not rotating around itself? It's because the origin is way down here, and we don't want that. So if you go to Object, Set Origin, Origin to Geometry, it puts
Thumb
all
also
that back in the
has
middle of where we
two
have selected. So now it
places
rotates
where
more like
it-
you expect. Does that feel like it's the right angle? I think it's not bad. Maybe I'll have to rotate in a bit more. So grab that, set 3D cursor, rotate around 3D cursor, and let's rotate this in like that. And I think that's pretty good. Okay. Okay, so the fingers are overlapping the hand, but I want to get rid of these sub Ds. So I took one finger, deleted the subdivision modifier. I'm grabbing these other fingers with a sub D, and then I grabbed the finger I just deleted the sub D, and Control L, and make links modifiers, and it just copies the last object selected. So all the modifiers are now gone. Okay, now let's grab these fingers and go to Edit mode, and we will grab these, turn on proportional editing, and move these down a bit. I think the fingers and the hands were pretty good, but they're just barely overlapping, so I'll move the fingers a bit, I'll move the hands a bit. Oops. Delete these faces here. So let's delete these, and we'll have a hole for all the fingers. And go back here, go to point mode, and let's just move, like really roughly just move this to match it. So get proportional editing on, and move this up. There's that there. Move this up a little bit. And I kind of just clicked here because I was pretty sure there's a vertice there. You can see when you click it turns orange. If you don't know your geometry that well, or you're not that lucky, you can make it. You can go to X-ray mode and just click it that way. Okay. Let's grab this here, pull that away. So this is really not lining up too well. You can see the webbing, this webbing here wants to be in between the fingers. So let's just get that to be closer. Doesn't have to be exact, but closer is good. I think this finger here looks a little bit big. So let's scale it down just a touch. Scale it around itself. I think this is a big too.
Let me watch it till the end.
So let's grab our fingers.
I
grab
think
bottom,
I know
control
what I
J,
want.
and now they're all attached. And we'll go to, no need to connect all these. So we will, what do we want to do? We want to go to edit mode, go to point mode. So for each of these fingers, you can see there's the finger floating space, and then there's a hole that attaches to the finger. So for each one, we want to decide, do I want the hand to pull up to the finger? Do I want the finger to pull down to the hand? So for here, I want to go to the finger, and MA, whoops. So you click the first one that you want to keep, click the second one that you want to move, and hit M and then A. Okay. Now, since I just did that merge function, I can use Shift R, so we'll click the finger that we want to keep, the one that we want to move, and hit Shift R, and it just moves in place. Okay.
Yeah.
Now here, I think I
figured that out, that I will have to merge the vertices now. I did it when I actually messed up the whole mesh, and I had to cut my head and merge it again. Here.
Okay, so those are all joined. And then let's join this thumb here. So remember this little racetrack here going along all the edges of the fingers? So make sure that one lines up with this one here. It looks like it's pretty close. And I think I want to keep this, I think the thumbs, yeah, so I want to keep this one here and move that one. Oops. So I did something else, I lost my Shift R memory, so we'll hit MA. And now we have our Shift R in memory, so we can just hit Shift R as we go. So now our thumb is attached. And lastly, we did this kind of out of order, but lastly we need to add these little bevels just to give a feel of the way the skin folds. So we're going to add this one right here, and then this one right here. We've already done all this. So let's go to here. You can see this little triangle comes to a point right where that racetrack is, so we'll get that one in shape. And this one here, well, goes over the racetrack. So we'll make sure we get that one right there also. And then this little bevel here, really it's a middle section with two triangles. It's kind of mangled, but so there's only one little section that's a bevel. So we'll get that in place too. So back to our hand.
Okay. So there's no actual mystery here, I guess. Let me just, yeah, the thing that I still need to do will be get the fingers and move them a bit up. What is this dot? Are there some dots that I don't know? Oh my gosh, I forgot to hold shift. Okay. This almost looks like what I want to achieve, I guess. Okay. Okay. What's this? I missed one face on a finger. Okay. Let me save. Incremental. It's not perfect. Fingers look okay, but I think for this hand they are a bit too small. Again, go to X-ray, hide this geometry. Okay. I think I need to sculpt it. Okay. I want to go from this and rotate. How will it look like? More and move it a bit here. Yeah, and rotate again. Rotate it even further. Looks like I can. This rotation's really helping. Okay. Next finger. Rotate, grab it, rotate, grab it. Yeah, okay. This looks fine. Rotate, grab it. Scale, I guess. Grab it. Now I need to scale this one also. Man. Weird geometry. How? Like how? What did I... How am I misclicking this? Okay. Rotate it, grab it, rotate it, grab it, not delete it, scale it up. Looks fine. Looks fine. Subdivision modifier. Thumb is a bit too awkward. But hey. First try. 0 deaths. Okay. Okay. Something like that. What's with this? good enough. I believe it's good enough. Okay. I will probably have to still capture this finger. Go to move it here. Should make it good enough. Okay, let me watch the tutorial further.
Here, zoom in, we will grab that because that little triangle just touches the racetrack, and we'll come over here, and this one went through the racetrack, so we'll grab that. Then Control B, and just, okay, I made a mistake. Okay, we want to have the selection one space short of where you want it to end. So I want this to end here, so I'll have one space in between. I want this bevel here to end right there, so I have one space in between. So Control B and drag it like that. Scroll the mouse wheel one time. Then go to edge mode and select that little guy and this little guy. X dissolve edges. So now we have a quad, and click, click, MA, and click, click, Shift R. Let's pull that back a little tiny bit. And then scale this in. Then also we need to have a little crease here. Remember, there's just one crease in the middle, and these two just are triangles. So Control B, oops. Grab that guy, scale in slightly. Why did that scale like that? Oh, okay. I must have hit Alt Scale by accident. If you Alt Scale, it scales in normal, like that. Hit Scale, it just scales in towards whatever this says. So I want to scale just in toward itself, and then Alt Scale so it comes down. Okay, so now we've got our two creases. And I think that is it for the hand. I do think we need to spend a moment to get this a little bit better in shape. It's looking pretty rough. Let's go to sculpt mode. Let's make sure our shift is not set too high. Okay, 0.14, it's good. Let's go to elastic. I love that tool. Let's shift to smooth things out. And let's get this to, it's gonna feel a little bit nicer. I like using the elastic tool a lot. So we pull things out and stretch it around. You can also use this tool here. This tool is really, I gotta say, it's not the best user experience here. So if you go to Tool, if you have it set to plus, it adds and it inflates things. If you have it set to subtract, it deflates things. Really kludgy to work with. It works, but it's not just smooth and slick. I still love Blender. I'm just saying that one little detail is not great. Okay.
Okay.
This should come down a bit. Shorter. We don't have knuckles. Kind of a low poly model, or low-ish. Whoops. Okay, so I don't know if you can see what's going on here. I'm holding shift down, and it's not really doing much. You can see it's doing stuff for the thumb, but not the finger. There's a weird bug. So if you notice that parts are smoothing and parts aren't, hit Alt-H, and then try it, and then it works. I don't know what that is. I don't know why that happens, but it does. And so if you get that, hit Alt-H. It'll look the same, but it'll work. Weird little bugaboo. Little Blender bugaboo. Let's pull that in. Oh yeah, that's funny. Oh yeah, that's better. All right. But I think I want to, yeah, okay. Pull that in some, grab these.
So again, my internal artist needs to be turned on.
Okay.
And start shaping the hand.
Okay, check it against our templates. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Check against that template. Thumb's in a very different position. I think we should actually fix that. Okay, that's too much. I think that's good enough for now. Sorry. Okay, I think that's good enough for now. Let's pull this back into place. Go to the front view. And you know, before I do that, I'm going to take this and duplicate it and mesh separate my selection, just so we have that. So if you ever need a hand later, you got it. Okay, so let's get that there, rotate that. That's roughly in place. Oh, I think her hand is a little bit too low. Okay, I think that hand feels good. Let's hide this template. Hide this guy here. And her arm looks really stiff, so let's just flex this. Turn on proportional editing, click multi-elbow. This guy here, and rotate it just a bit so that when we put the skeleton on in there, it won't bend all funny. You want to have the elbows and the knees bent slightly. I think that looks pretty good. Let's make some feet. Turn off our sub D.
Okay. I guess I'll be going to sculpt mode then. I'll be trying to make some shape first for my hand, which doesn't look awkward. Because for me these connections do look awkward. Wait, what? Oh, this is so okay. Guess I should add those crests cuts. Too much. Oh, I spent too much time with my mouse, I guess. My fingers starting to hurt when I try to stretch them. Too much time in front of a computer. That must be it. shape. I guess I need to move this. Hey, what did I wanted to do? Guess I wanted to go something like that. Fine. This is fine. This looks fine to me. I got extra loops here. Okay. What? Wait, what? What? How did this happen? Ah, bless me. Oh my gosh. Okay, I wanted to take this, and this. Believe so. Probably rotate it. Something like this. I want to grab it like this. Yep, that's what I wanted to do. The same goes for here, for this part. I'm gonna grab those. rotate those a bit and grab those a bit. Grab. Yeah. Okay, seems fine. It's not perfect, but still it's fine. This is fine. Okay, let me do the same thing he did. Multi-free. Okay, mesh. Was it mesh? Extract, extrude. No, normals, convex, business, or delete, duplicate, and transform, move, extrude, split, separate, bisect, wielding, clean art, sort elements, some snap to symmetry, vertex. Add circle, select view. How do I extract this? Separate. Okay, I got. Oh. Okay, how did I turn the caps lock? Okay, I got a hand. Self-incremental. Not it. Come on. Ah, come on. I got myself a hand. Let me just add those cuts that he mentioned.
So our templates, yeah, that looks pretty good. It'll look the same, but it'll work. Weird. Subtract, it deflates things. The hand, I do think we need to... Okay, I made a mistake. Okay, we want to have the selection one space short of where you want to end. So I want this to end here, so I'll have one space in between. And I want this bevel here to end right there, so I have one space in between. So Control B and drag it like that. Scroll the mouse wheel one time. Then go to edge mode and select that little guy and this little guy. X, dissolve edges. So now we have a quad, and click, MA, and click, Shift R. Let's pull that back a little tiny bit.
Let me do a different. Oh. What? Huh. is connected to here. Dobra. Gimme. Subdivide now. This will be okay. Edges, okay, let me do a cut. Tick like this. This to merge at last. This dissolve vertices. Yes, that's what I wanted to do. GG. Move it a bit down. So, a bit here. Okay. Scalp mode. Cool. This is cool. I want it to be outside. Okay. Edit mode, edges, and now let me do the trick. Control B, Control B. Okay. Fine. Dissolve edges, vertices, merge this at last. Shit. Okay, I need to go back. Now, Control B. Okay, I got some info somewhere. Oh, I got info on YouTube. I didn't expect that. Hi, Freak Frog. Yeah, I'm trying to do a VTube model. So hopefully one day I might use it on my stream. Merge at last. What? Yeah, this was the problem. Merge at last. And this one. Merge at last. GG. 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 This can go more like this. This. Yeah, I guess this will be fine. Alter this. To be honest, let me look at my hand. All of it. that won't work. Probably should move a bit top. Right. Now this and this. Nope. From this point to this point, only this part. Okay, back to sculpt mode. Okay, this looks fine. Great. Okay, and the second
And then
crease.
scale this in. Then also we need to have a little crease here. Remember, there's just one crease in the middle, and these two just are triangles. So Control B. Oops. Grab that guy. Scale in slightly.
Guess. I think this one should be the one with the crease. Okay, I got some crease now. Pull this out, pull this out, pull this out. Nah, it's okay. There's no need for me to spend I don't know how long time. Inside of here. This looks too big. Yeah, but generally it's a good hand, I believe. A bit short fingers, I guess. To be honest, are they that short? Depends. Depends which view you turn on, I guess. No, I'm proud of that. I'm proud of that. Okay, so I can probably remove this hand. Delete. Go to Alt Z. Edit mode. We go this. Shift and D to duplicate. And it was separate selection. Rename it hand v1. Whoopsie. Hand v1. Save incremental. Out the H so I can see everything. See. I don't know. It has weird proportions, in my humble opinion, like very long legs. Not long enough. Okay, this looks good. This looks good, I guess. I messed it up a bit. Yeah, just make it smooth. Smoothing it out. Okay, now this looks better. This looks definitely better. I only feel like this kind of stuff. Okay, I moved the great. I moved the butt too far away from the center, I guess. Oh, this one is also. now I get a butty bath. Butty bath. Oh my gosh. Now I get what I wanted to have. Okay. So will I be able to finish the feet today? Feet seems like they could be easier. Especially I won't be using my feet at all. Yeah, so let me check if I can actually make the feet work today.
Why did that scale like that? You can see our sketch has our right heels, but I like to model feet flat and rig feet flat, so I created these templates. You can find them in the link below. And just place them roughly like this, and like that. Okay, let's grab the foot, head node, grab that, scale the Z. We're just going to extrude the Z. We're going to roughly block in the geometry for the foot. Scale the Y bit, remove it, and Y. Extrude the Z, rotate, scale Y, G.
Has one
scale a bit more.
convex.
Extrude the Z, scale Z to 0.
Vertice.
Okay, let's see here. So I like to have, let's see, turn off X-ray. 5 faces, 1 face per toe, so we need 5. We have 4 here, so we'll need to add 1. But for now, let's just roughly get this in shape. Scale X, G, X, scale X. Let's flatten that a bit, scale the Y, something like that. Fix that later. Okay, then we will extrude this again. Turn on 3D cursor and vertex snapping. Drag, shift drag left click, and scale it in Z, so we can roughly shape that. And then let's scale it out. Scale in the X a bit more, like that. And let's see, do I want to add 1 more here? I think so. So we're going to add 1 more face here. We're just going to extrude this and pop it out. So this way we have 5 faces for the toes. And let's see here. We will extrude that again, scale in Z. So I want to get each of these faces to line up with each of the toes. So let's go and do that. Let's go to this mode, X-ray grabs this, Control I and H to hide everything else. Go to top view and cut these eyes in the way, so let's hide those. Go to vertex mode and let's just roughly move these all in place. What? Oh. I'm not going to make the foot bulge out that much. No, I don't like that. Okay, so roughly something like that. Let's move this over here like that. And see how we look in 3D. So a little rough. Oops. Double hit. Oh, turn off vertex snapping. Double hit G to pull these. Let's pull all these down. Let's see. Let's pop these out. Alt S. Pop these out. Alt S. Something like that. Let's go to sculpt mode and hold shift and just smooth things out a bit. Go back to edit. Maybe these need to go back a bit. And Y. Okay. Maybe that one too. Okay, so we've kind of roughly got a foot shape here. And then we need to add some toes. So we will go to where that finger we saved somewhere. I think that was it. Like that. Shift duplicate.
He's gonna use
Hide
finger
that first
for
one.
his
We'll delete our sub D and
feet
our here.
also?
And we will
Ah,
move this roughly in place.
if you
All
can
the way
make
down
it
there.
work, that
So
would be a
let's go up to
clever
100,
idea.
Set origin to geometry. And zoom in. Rotate Z. Make it 90. Let's rotate it around itself. Rotate X. Rotate Y. Make it 90. Okay. So we've got our toe, our digit here, and we don't need all of this. I think we just need delete. We'll delete that. And then L, X, faces. Okay, so we're going to attach these, but now they're not fingers anymore, now they're thumbs and toes. We're going to attach this toe to each of these faces. So each of these toes has 8 sections all the way around. So we need to change this from 4 to 8. So let's go and do that. So remember this little band running across all the fingers? We can add that back in here. So we will do that. So we'll add one here and one there. It's roughly the same size. So now we've got 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So now we've got 8 sections to match our digit. Let's also add the webbing in between here. Oops. Just like we did with the hands. And I think we want to add a cut here first. Now we'll do this. Let's grab all of these. It's Control B. Yeah, here we go. Roll the mouse one time. And then we will delete X, dissolve edges. flight mode, then click MA. Click right shift, click right shift. So I have a hotkey for right shift, so I just do the one command, which was, you know, click, then MA, and then after that you can just quickly hit your hotkey and it just goes. Okay. Let's shape these so they're roughly little circles or little rough circles. Right click, loop tools, and circle. And let's go to the front view, rotate this in. Let's grab this guy, scale it in the X. Same thing, loop tools, circle. Rotate it. I think this whole toe is smaller than the big toe, so let's do that. Pull it in. Right click, loop tools, circle.
Do I want to play
Just get
with
these
fingers on
roughly
the feet?
in place.
I really want to now speed up and
Rotate,
move to the
scroll,
next phase.
Rotate, scale,
But the feet might be useful in the future.
scale in X.
But I don't know which
Rotate,
feature.
scale this down.
How
This
far
first.
away?
I think it kind of rotated a bit. Let's see. That one maybe a bit higher. Maybe it goes out a bit wider. And let's make this. Okay, so let's go to 3D view before I noodle that too much and make sure it's not weird. It's a little weird. So let's go to edit mode and sculpt mode, and let's turn the strength down. Oh, that's okay. So we will just hold shift and just really lightly just smooth it out. Okay. Let's check our side view here. We're really low. So let's pull the whole thing up. Okay, and I think let's also pull this out to line up with our template. So you see the side view template. I'm not following that close. But I'm following this closer, so a lot of times you'll find that the two views don't match. So you kind of pick one that you think helps you more and follow that closer. So in this case, I'm matching this view more than matching that view, and these kind of are no longer circles. So let's just roughly.
Okay, let me go further,
Rough, but
faster.
let's make it vaguely close. Yeah,
So it's
good.
again
And now we need to.
it's the same process, but with the feet.
Maybe that comes out. GZ and pull that up a bit. And then let's also make this a little bit more circular, kind of. Let's make this match. Okay. Face mode, inset. And I'm looking at my foot. It actually is pretty flat, but I think we need a little bit more shape here. Let's see here. Okay.
Yeah, I guess I won't be going with so much details. Okay, let me go to faces. To extrude. Scale Y. Okay. F to fill. Probably. Okay. I want to cut those. Four, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, it did even match. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5. How? Why Z? Why it's in the Z. Extrude Y. Scale Y. Why it's always on the Z axis? Did I? Flatten. Okay. Extrude. That's the scale. G to grab. Z. Huh? Not object, sculpt mode. Okay, let me do some. Cuts. Sculpt mode. He captured this. He pressed Ctrl I for invert and hide. And now I have only fits. Cool, cool. Let me do Alt H. Okay, hide. Alt H. File save incremental. Height can go to the scout mode. What did happen? Ah, this is very interesting. I said I don't have to have a perfect fit, and yet I'm spending my time creating something fit like. Interesting. Why did it? Huh. Huh. When did it dissolve the faces? How the hell did it? My gosh. How it just I know how I end up in this mess, but whatever. Okay. No, I really didn't want to spend my time doing anything with feet. I'll just leave it as is. Oh. Yeah. ankle is too wide. What? Yeah, it's terrible. But again, I don't want to use my feet at all in my model, so for now it's perfect. So I need to just stop playing with this, save it. As I won't be finding use case in the nearest time for my feet. Fine, this is fine. Okay, it's good enough. Good enough. Save incremental. 6,000 triangles. 3,000 faces. Good. I got some hands. I got feet placeholder. So yeah, that's good enough. Let me know, check what's next.
In this video, we'll learn how to make lightweight textured hair using Blender. This is part 4 of a series that goes through all the steps it takes to make a character in Blender. If you haven't been following along, check below for the free plugins you'll need. This is the hair we'll make, and we'll make this in stages or layers. So this is the first layer we'll make, and this hair covers the back of the neck, or the nape of the neck, and the back of the head. This hair is here so that way, if you're animating and the hair blows up, you don't see a bald spot in the back of the head. This next layer will cover the sides over here a bit, and the hairline. This is kind of a skull cap. And this one here is the main hair, and this is the main part you'll actually see most of the time, and so that's when we'll put most of it. we'll make this hair using
Yeah, I
different
need to.
tools. Basically one giant mesh. We can make different sizes for different levels of detail. It's one very light piece of geometry for the hair. And there is a path on the inside, and the mesh has a curve modifier, so you can deform the hair to match your head, or make whatever shape you want. It's pretty simple. And then we'll have the little details and grooves and colors made with procedural textures. Okay, let's get started. Let's add the hair, toggle on the character layer. I made some little jumpsuit here, just so it doesn't look funny all the time. So let's change this to body. And we will duplicate this. Let's unlock our body. So this little carrot here allows you to select it, or even if it's an empty carrot, then you can't select it. So let's see here. So you see right now it's a solid carrot. If you select it, it's fine. If you toggle this off, you can no longer select it. So I'm leaving this off because I don't want to mess with the body. I only want to mess with this duplicate of the body. And you, by default, you can't see this. So go to this little drop down here and click this guy to toggle it on. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
I know
so
that already.
body,
But
let's
it's so good.
go to
But
the
thing
materials
to
and
repeat.
let's make it white and green coach display. It's really white. Okay. So now we can go to edit mode. A is to select everything. Zoom a little bit. And Control S just to scale out. Oops, touch. Scale out. Just touch. Okay. Face mode. Face mode. Alt Control X faces. L X faces. Let's make sure it's always there. If you go to X-ray mode, you see these little dots. You'll see them floating around. If I missed something, it looks okay. So let's select that. X faces. L a few times. X faces. And then M X faces. L X L. Okay. So now she's got a jumpsuit. Okay, let's. No. Okay, her feet aren't touching the ground, and that's going to cause problems later. So let's move this down. But since we've got so much other stuff here that all relates to it, like we have this head base mesh reference, it's kind of handy to have everything lining up. We might not ever use it again, but we might, and so it's not too hard for us just to change. So these we don't want to change. Okay, let's grab all that. Let's make sure. Okay, it's good. Now let's move her foot down to the floor. So okay. I'm going to actually leave it a little bit higher because I usually have shoes on her feet, my bare feet, and so we can have a little bit higher. Something like that. That's good. Okay, now let's go and hide all that stuff we just unhid. Again. So function, like that. Like this one. Like that one. And like that one. Okay. Let's add our first hair too. So let's hide the character. In fact, let's hide this stuff too. We can do this. So we'll move our 3D cursor to the world origin. So Shift S. This section will be hitting Shift S a lot. So Shift S1 goes to the world origin, or Shift S1. Okay. And we'll hit Shift A, add a mesh, and cylinder, which will be our hairdo. And make this 10. Radius will be the width of this is how wide we want that chunk of hair to be. So we'll make it 1.5 inches, which is 3 inches diameter, or 3 inches wide. Let's see here. The depth will make it 1 meter, 3 feet. And I want to make this hair tube roughly the length of her hair here. Also take into account for how much it curves. I think it's too long, but it's okay if we can scale later. Okay. We don't need
I guess I will have to take.
and let's see, let's show this. Let's go to edit mode.
I have to watch several
Click note.
tutorials on hair making because I would like to have
Because we are in, we are not in X-ray mode.
probably a different type of hair than a standard 3D model.
This thing here.
But
Let's turn it on now.
I guess it all ends up in texturing.
The way I like to do the hair tubes is this
Hmm.
this half will be the part that's outside of the hair. Right? So it's gonna curve like this here. And it's gonna curve around top of her head. So I like that part to be flat. So we'll scale this in towards the cursor. Yep. Stack it a little bit too. And this side here I like to make it a bit thicker just to fill the mass between the gaps so it's covered up. So Control R, add a cut, and add these, and X, these are all edges. Okay. So that's the top view. Let's see here. Let's turn off the portion editing. So there's not much geometry here, but this is going to go across all the hair. So the lighter you can make this cross section, the faster it's easier it'll be for the computer to process it. So just keep that in mind. And now having said that, I'm going to add more. So Control R, let's see. I just want to make it so that's a pointy thing here. Sides, browns a little bit. This, So part of the reason why I'm doing this is because a couple reasons. One, it's better to have more geometry on this side because that side's going to be facing outwards towards the ruler. Also, we're going to split the UV map in half. So this back half will have a section of the texture map, and this front half will have another section. And so it's nice to have a break right in the middle. It's not necessary, but it's nice. Okay, so that's our hair tube profile. Let's add some cuts, some loops, so we can shape it along the hair. So edit mode, Control R. Yeah, that's good. That should be enough for us to curve it. And then let's also scale this in, so let's go to the top view. And we just have the top here. And then we'll go to top view and we'll scale it in toward the 3D cursor. Scale X, we'll do 1. Then turn on proportional editing and scale it in Y. Scale. Okay, so this is going to be the root of the hair coming from the scalp. It's going to come out and flare out a bit and fall down inside of our head and back, and it'll be a little taper. So let's grab this button here. And then go to okay, control on the pad 7 is scale X, we'll do 9. Okay, and then for the side view,
I guess I will split another month just over there. Oh, what a beautiful
I don't like how it's tapering.
prophecy.
Kind of a S shape, and I want it to be more of a bullet shape, so let's go to this one here, scale Y, and that's nicer. Yeah, I like that better. Scale Y, let's just bring that just a bit down. So I just made that. I hit scale and Y to activate scale, and while it's active, you can control your radius for proportional editing, so I'm just going to make it small. But now I can't see how much I'm scaling because it's too far away, so I'm going to escape out of it, then zoom in and scale Y again. And now I can see it, and I know that the radius for the proportional editing is very small. It won't affect the other parts. So I'll just do it. That's good. I originally used this hair tube technique a lot from my Studio Max days because I would 3D print these characters, and so I would close these caps instead of leaving them open and 3D print it and work it. So that is our hair tube, and we want to move the top of this hair tube down to the floor. So do that. Well, there's 2 ways to do this. Because I know that this is 1 meter tall, I can do GZ 5. It's at the 0 point, but for this segment, we'll be moving these hair tubes
I
around a lot.
somehow-
Let's show you that. If you grab this hair tube, go to edit mode, and select all these faces here. You go to Shift S and cursor to selected. It brings that cursor to the very tip of whatever you have selected. Okay. Now we'll bring this point to the world origin. So now go to object mode, and back in object mode, you'll see the origin for this object is over here. Okay. We want to bring that origin point for the object to this 3D cursor, which we set to be right in the middle of this area here. So I'll grab that object. I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself and said this earlier. Object, set origin, transform, set origin, origin to 3D cursor. Okay, so the point is now here. So you can now move this object based on
My
the
problem is I don't want to be a straight
Shift S, 1.
3D styled character.
Grab this, Shift S,
I want to mix the style,
selection to cursor.
and I still don't know how to do
So
it
when
to
you
be
do this,
something
Shift S,
like
selection to cursor.
anime and
It takes this
3D,
selection, more
some
specifically
broken
the
between
origin
those two.
for the card selection, and brings it to the full
So I guess
So,
I'll
the first thing
check
I
on
noticed is
different
that
techniques
I'm used to
of
it.
doing hair, but I'll do it offline.
So, if it's confusing, I hope I explained that good. Okay, so here's our object. Now we need to add a path.
But
A, curve, and path. There we go, path. Rotate. R, X, R, Y, 90. And we want to bring this path also down to the very tip. Just like we did with the mesh. Let's do
I'll
the same thing
pause
again.
for now.
Object, edit mode, grab this very top point, Shift S.
I'll go on a
two,
break.
2. Cursor to selected.
And continue streaming, playing
Okay,
some
go to
games, I
object mode,
guess.
Object, set origin.
And then only afterwards I will. I'll try to find something, some tutorial that will fit my needs with her. Then I'll see how it goes. Yeah, but her will be a whole different beast. And I don't like those cheeks over here. What a lovely feat. Could also work on a knee. But yeah, I need to find a proper tutorial that I would like to follow. And I'll see how it ends. Okay. But yeah, to be honest, it's not bad. I wasn't expecting to get such a result, but it's cool. Close. There's a lot of things I can actually make better, but it's close enough. Okay, let me save it as this. And I'm going on a break for now. And I'll see you later when I'll be streaming, playing some games. Thanks everyone for coming. Bye.